right, it is 8:30. We're on time. We're ready to rock and roll. Tonight is night number 3 of Breakers Club. And on tap for tonight, we've got 4 boxes. This will be our lowest box total. The next 2 nights, we have 2 more nights of Breakers Club, and each of those will have 5 different products in them. So tonight is the least in terms of sheer number of boxes. That being said, we should still get some pretty cool stuff, hopefully, and have a good time. So tonight, let's see. We got Kevin and Super Gadget both in. Hello to both of you. Tonight, we're going to bust a box of 2023 Big League. We have a box of Signature Stars from 2009. This is an Upper Deck product. This one, we've talked about this in the Discord, but just to make sure everyone's clear, there are Team USA autos or relics or maybe both in here, and those will go to the non-baseball slot. There was a non-baseball slot sold in this group break, in part from this, but also for all the Allen and Ginter stuff in particular. So just to be clear about that, we will be busting this is a retail blaster back when they came in giant cardboard of 2000 Paramount. This one, Swinko requested the box as well, so I have to make sure I open that one carefully tonight. And we have a box of 2021 Donruss Optic, which should have a couple of autographs. So we should get 2 autographs in this. In the Optic, we should get another 4 hits in the Signature Stars. So plenty of good stuff all the way around. All right, so we're going to start with Big League, mostly because it's the one I feel like starting with. Kevin says he was supposed to be flying to Florida. Sick kids reworked the trip, so stuck in snowy. How much snow did you get, Kevin? The college where I work, we never close. We're a residential college by and large. I commute. I live about an hour away from there, but they never close or hardly ever close. And last night they declared a condensed schedule, so we were 2 hours. We started 2 hours late, and we had nothing more than a dusting. So, yeah, 6 to 8 inches. They were calling for up to 9 for us yesterday morning, and we ended up at my house. We ended up with nothing, not even a flurry. So, some people got a lot, but wasn't us this time. We got hit pretty hard earlier in January, though. Here, I live in a weird spot. I get the kind of the dregs of lake effect stuff sometimes, and I get the dregs of like the storms that go up the coast. But we usually don't get hit hard with either of those, but we do get hit with the ones that kind of come straight from the Midwest. That seems to be the ones that are dangerous for us. High school close called it. Well, I mean, 6 to 8 inches is fair to close, I think. At least around here with all of our rural roads, there's no way people out in the sticks could make it in with that much snow. Andy, hello. All right, so we're ready to rock and roll here. We've got Big League Baseball 2023. By the way, speaking of baseball, I have ordered a jumbo box of 2024 Topps Series 1, and we'll be posting a group break for that, a special group break, as soon as it's in hand. I've learned my lesson. I don't like to post things until they're in hand. But I believe the box has actually been shipped, so I should have that within a day or two. And as soon as I have that, I got a jumbo box, so it should have either a full team set or a close to a full team set, at least of the base cards for everybody. So look for that on the blog soon, or not on the blog, on the Discord. Excuse me. Super Gadget, just open. How is your jumbo box? This year's design looks nice. Andy's 63 and sunny in Dallas. Well, good for you, Andy. I'm just kidding. We were actually like 50 at work today, so it wasn't bad. I'll take that in February around here, although I would much rather have 63. I'm not a cold weather guy. We got Josh Bell for the Guardians, Derek Hall, Phillies, Corey Lee, Astros. We have a hello, my name is Beatty. rookie for the Mets. We have a Nick Prado foil board thingy. Ryan McMahon, Rockies. Ryan Pepiot, Dodgers. And Alec Bohm for the Phillies. There's a Griffey insert set. Okay. Yeah, I've seen the base card design, like the neon look, and that's about as much as I know about the set right now. The new set I'm talking, the 2024. Andrew McCutchen, Pittsburgh. Jack Flaherty, St. Louis. Marcus Semien, Rangers. We got a 8-bit baller, Derek Jeter. I like those cards. We have a foil Sandy Alcantara. Max Fried for the Braves. Carlos Carrasco, Mets. And Dalton Varsho, Blue Jays. I like the big league. They're a nice, clean design. Kind of a fun set. If my son ends up liking baseball cards in a year or two, this would be the kind of set I would get for him. Randy Arozarena, Tampa. Walker Buehler, Dodgers. Rhys Hoskins, Phillies. We have a Julio Rodriguez. Breakfast? Lunch? I don't know what this is. Food insert looking thing. Super Guy just said Series 1 is 350 cards instead of 330. A few dupes and a few missing. But you can trade for them. Yeah. I feel like last year's Jumbo box also didn't quite give a full base set, if I remember right. Carlos Carrasco for the Twins. Mookie Betts, Dodgers. Josh Naylor, Guardians. And Tyler Anderson for the Angels. I think my Reds have a lot of rookies in this year's top set, so that's good. Ellie De La Cruz, and I think there's a few others in the Series 1. I think. Mark, hello. Nolan Jones, Rockies. Vinny Pasquantino, Royals. Rafael Devers, City Slicker. Kind of a cool card. We've got a Wilson Contreras for the Cardinals. Kerry will be happy about that one. Hey, there's one for me to be happy about. Gapper, one of the Reds' many mascots. Brady Singer, Royals. Alex Verdugo, Red Sox. And Jared Kelenic for the Mariners. Mark, did you end up with snow? We were talking about the weather a few minutes ago. CJ Abrams, Nationals. Andrew Vaughn, White Sox. Hello, my name is Acuna for the Braves. Another Brave, foil Matt Olson. And behind that, a surprise auto for Oakland. Autos are, these probably no, there are no odds. But the autos are not guaranteed at all. Mark got 6 inches of snow as well. Going to Oakland. Oakland, Swinko. Ken Waldichuk, rookie auto, opening act. Not a whole lot of information on the back of it, but how about that? You can't complain about a bonus autograph. So congrats to Swinko on that one. I will sleeve that in one moment. Patrick Wisdom for the Cubs. Let me just finish this pack out. Ian Anderson, Braves. And Tommy Edman for St. Louis. I didn't leave my sleeves in the spot I can reach them. All right. There we go. Well, that was a fun surprise. Super catch it. No snow in stupid Lake City. Just terrible air. Wait, what's going on with the air? Andy Schaefer says, looks like he fell asleep signing. His pen just drug along the card. I mean, you're not wrong. Although, if my last name was Waldichuk, I'd probably be lazy about that too. But, you know, he could sign Ken at least. So, that's not very long. All right. Jose Barrios, Blue Jays. Mike Yastrzemski, Giants. Chris Taylor, Dodgers. Another Dodger, Mookie Betts. Carlos Rodon for the Yankees is our foil board. Lucas Giolito, White Sox. DJ LeMahieu, Yankees. And Aaron Judge, Yankees. We always have bad air here. I didn't know that, I guess. kind of thought the bad air thing had been solved by most cities at this point, at least, in the U.S. Yuli for the Astros, Frankie Montas, Yanks, JD Martinez, Dodgers. We got a Bobby Witt Jr. I don't even know what this insert set is. BL5. It's got Drake cereal. I don't know, but I like it. It's cool. Ryan Mountcastle's our foil for the Orioles. Ronald Acuna Jr. base. Tony Gonsolin for the Dodgers, and Christian Javier for the Astros. Not in Utah. They keep making it worse. So I've never been to Salt Lake City or actually anywhere in Utah. Have I been anywhere in Utah? I don't think so. Is it just people pollution, or is there a lot of manufacturing? I don't know. I'm not sure what's making it worse. You just think of the out west as clean air. Maybe that's just my East Coast bias. Royce Lewis for the Twins. Lars Nootbaar, Cardinals. Got Graham Ashcraft for my Reds. City Slicker, Brennan Rodgers. And Shane Bieber for the Guardians. Logan Webb, Giants. Nick Castellanos, Phillies. Josiah Gray, Washington. Yeah, I've never made it out to Colorado either, so definitely a bucket list place someday. Miami, JJ Bledley, Cody Bellinger, Cubs. He still didn't sign, did he, with anybody, Bellinger? Robbie Ray, Mariners. We got a hello, my name is Aaron Judge. There's Ken Waldachuk showing up as a foil board. Cedric Mullins, Baltimore, Brendan Nimmo, Mets, and Brandon Woodruff, Brewers. It's the inversion. Pollution from cars gets trapped in the valley. Can be ugly in the summer too, but winter is worse. Well, I'm learning something new. Did not know that. Would not have guessed that. I guess I won't go in the winter. Alex Kirilloff, Twins. Teoscar Hernandez, Mariners. Yasmani Grandal, White Sox. We got a Joey Votto flying in on a parachute. That's amusing. Joe Musgrove is our foil board. Those about one per pack. Jeff McNeil, Mets. Connor Joe, Pirates. Jose Siri for the Rays. Tyler O'Neill starts this one. Cardinals, Blake Snell, Padres, Starling Marte, Mets. We got an 8-bit baller of Albert Pujols. And behind him, a DL Hall rookie for the Orioles. And behind him, a blue. Is this serially numbered? I guess not. I thought they were. It appears not to be. But a blue foil board, Josh Jung for the Rangers. Going to Swinko again. Good box for Swinko. Lance Lynn, White Sox, and Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. Yeah, so back to Series 1, 2024 Series 1. Look for that on the Discord real soon. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day. But I like the box in hand now. Jose Miranda, Twins. JT Realmuto, Phillies. Dylan Carlson, Cardinals. We got a City Slicker, Jordan Alvarez for Houston. Shea Langoliers, foil for the A's. Zach Greinke, Royals. Andrew Haney, Rangers, and Andres Jimenez for the Guardians. I always enjoy Series 1. I often burn out by the time Series 2 comes along, but I always like Series 1. I think it's just the kind of the unofficial start of spring. And I'm sick of winter. Going back to our snow conversation earlier. Michael Kopech, White Sox. Hunter Renfroe, Angels. Brian Reynolds, Pirates. Adley Rushman, 8-bit baller rookie. We got a Hunter Green foil. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Nico Horner for the Cubs, and Ryan Helsley for the Cardinals. Chris Sale, Boston. Mackenzie Gore, Washington. Joe Ryan, Twins. We got a Willie Mays. You don't get a lot of retro players in this set, but apparently there are some. Yu Darvish foil. We got another mascot. It's Blooper for the Braves. Freddie Peralta for the Brewers, and Isaiah Kiner Falafa for the Yanks rounds that one out. So I like to have boxes in the group break, especially when I do a Breakers Club, that have lots of packs and lots of cards, more or less split across all the teams. It's rare to find something perfectly even, but I think Big League fits the bill. Plus, they're interesting. Estuary Ruiz for the Athletics. Jeter Downs, rookie for the Nationals. Sean Manaea, Giants. Another City Slicker. This time it's going to the Giants. Mike Yastrzemski. Our foil's a nice Salvi Perez for the Royals. Justin Turner, Red Sox. Edward Cabrera, Marlins. And Colton Wong, Mariners. Matthew, good to see you. You say that you pre-ordered and just opened 2 Series 1 hobby boxes. Got 2 autos. Okay, that's good. Some cool parallels, and you like the design. Who are your autos? Anyone I've heard of? Usually Series 1 has at least people I've heard of. Unlike like Stadium Club, that's just all these rookies. Adam Wainwright for the Cardinals. Brandon Lowe, Rays. Ty France, Mariners. We have a hello, my name is Bo Jackson. Bo knows. Corey Seager for the Rangers is our foil. Travis Darno for the Braves. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. for the Diamondbacks. And Ha-Sung Kim for the Padres. Kevin says, watching a video the other day, there's so much Topps 23 or 24 printed. They're still for sale, relatively cheap everywhere. Are you saying last year's Series 1 or this year's Series 1? 23. Okay. Because this is the first flagship under the Fanatics umbrella, I think, right? Didn't Topps fall under Fanatics like partway through last year? I think so. Yeah, I mean, if it's cheap enough and people want it, I'll get it. I figured most people would burn out on last year's set, but yeah, if anyone, if we have enough interest, I'll do anything as long as there's enough interest. Harrison Bader, Yankees. I just don't want to get stuck with it, with a lot of product that I don't collect. Ketel Marte, Diamondbacks. Nick Lodolo from the Reds. Become a big leader ad card. Jazz Chisholm Jr., 8-bit baller. Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox. Anthony Santander for the Orioles. And Alejandro Kirk for Toronto. And one last pack for this one. Johan Rojas for the Phillies. David Hamilton, Red Sox. Okay. I can't say those names mean much to me, but maybe they could turn out to be great. Oscar Gonzalez, Guardians. David Villar, Giants. Bubba Thompson, Rangers. Got a Riley Green, rookie. Dylan Cease, foil for the White Sox. Julio Rodriguez, Mariners. William Contreras, Brewers. And our final card of this box is Edwin Diaz, going to the Mets. So that does it for our box of Big League. Hopefully a little something for everybody. Lots of inserts and parallels. Helps when they're more than one per pack. And of course, our surprise auto for the Athletics. So one box down. I have been swamped with work lately. Those of you that follow my blog may have noticed today, I actually posted a thing saying I'm just going to neglect the blog for a while because I just don't have the bandwidth, the time to deal with it right now. So I made time to do my group break, but that's about it. So luckily there's still 2 more weeks. So if I don't get this batch sorted until the weekend, it's not a big deal, but I generally try to get things sorted pretty quickly. Kevin asks, what's my main collecting focus? Seems like I'm a team collector focusing on the Reds. So the Reds are my favorite team. And for years I was a team collector. I don't really describe myself that way anymore. I would say that I'm a set collector first. But I've way cut back on the number of sets I'm trying to collect. And then Barry Larkin is probably my main, like that's probably what I seek out the most. I, for years, was someone that just hoarded all the Reds cards I could get, and I've actually unloaded most of those, so I actually don't have that many random Reds anymore. The unfortunate thing is a Reds collector my age, so I'm a little over 40, the Reds have only had basically one great year in my lifetime, and I was 7. So a lot of years of players that really no one wants to collect. And it can only take so many Corey Patterson cards. So that's how I see it. Yeah, so Kevin says the world of video is long overtaken form writing, journalism, etc. But you like my blog when you got into cards, so I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate the kind words there. Yeah, I'm old school, so I still enjoy the blog. I like doing the videos here. If I had a better studio, that would probably be nice. But I have a new microphone now, so I think that's better. As for the blog, I still enjoy it. Definitely doesn't have the same interactions with people that it did when I started. I've actually been going, I think, on that blog since 2008, I believe was the first year. So this is Paramount. I'm talking as I'm trying to open these. I'm trying to be careful with the box because Swinko specifically requested that he get this box. And then it says, look underneath this protective block to find your free pack. So we better do that if I can get to it. So I have this light box, which is nice, but it's not super big. And I try to do everything on video. So there's the free pack. That's ridiculous. See what they did there. It's broken. At least on that side. But all right, so let's shove that back in there. This is going to go to Swinko, so let me get this out of here. And again, if there's a box that someone wants, I mean, I usually trash them, or if they're a useful size, I'll use them just to ship cards. But I don't mind. Obviously, you pay shipping, so it's harder to ship a box. But there's flat rate boxes and stuff that I can work on. Kevin says, I have a similar problem with the Mets. I have a few great position players, relatively few great Mets. Finish with them. Yeah. And the Mets have had some pretty good players in recent years, I'd say, and hope, even though it hasn't really panned out. But yeah, they had a long stretch there of kind of forgettable stuff too. I don't know. There aren't very many players anymore that just stick with a team either. So I'm glad that I collected Barry Larkin and that he retired as a Red. I think I would be much less enthusiastic chasing down, Barry Larkin cards as a Met per se, because I think he was actually almost going to the Mets at one point. All right, so this is 2000 Pacific Paramount. I love Pacific, so if I can get a turn of the century Pacific box, I will try to nab it whenever possible. Retail or hobby, they're both great. They tend to have different inserts or parallels. This one doesn't have a lot of packs in it, but hopefully we'll get something neat. But I enjoy it. So you can see right away, we've got gold and we've got silver. So our gold is Darren Erstad. And I think those are 1 per pack. And then our silvers, which should be everything else, we've got Mike Manti for the Diamondbacks. Erstad was an Angel. Russ Ortiz for the Giants. Mike Hampton, Astros. Another Astro, Craig Biggio. And our final card is a Vernon Wells rookie. And just in case you haven't seen what the backs of these look like, depending when your prime collecting time was, you may not have many Pacific Paramount cards. But I like the nice, clean design. The sort of, there's a picture back there, but it's mostly like a solid color block. I think that's a neat design as well. I recently read, those of you that are on the blogs or follow the blogs undoubtedly know of Night Owl, aka Greg, and he sent me for my Not So Secret Santa, he sent a book that was written by Kramer, the guy that owned Pacific. And that was a really interesting read. So if you're into baseball cards and kind of how they're made and how a guy end up producing like official cards for a number of years, it's certainly worth a read. He's very high on himself, I will say that. I found that a little off-putting, like everything he did just turned to gold in his eyes, which is not true for Pacific from everyone else's perspective, but he definitely was an innovator in many ways, for better or worse. But it was an interesting book. I can't remember the name of it. I don't have it down here now off the top of my head, but yeah. Anyways, if you're interested, let me know and I can find the title. But we got Andrew Jones as our gold. That's pretty good gold for the Braves. And then for some reason this one was upside down, but it's Mark Quinn, Royals. Scott Williamson for the Reds. He had a promising start to his career, but didn't end up doing anything spectacular. They are a little bit stuck together. I'm trying to separate. There we go. Behind him for the White Sox, Chris Singleton. You can see the names in foil. The team logo is at least easy to read, even though it is on foil. Bobby Abreu, Phillies. And for the Rangers, John Wetland. I like the large team logos as a group break host. I like them anyway, just for myself. But when you're sorting a ton of group break cards, very nice to have easy to read team logos. Rico Brogna for the Phillies is our gold. John Valentine, Red Sox. John Rocker, Braves. I forget if that was before or after he became Public Enemy. So it's the middle cards. Who's on the back? Jason Varitek is on the back. So I'm trying to. There we go. They're not really like. They're just like clinging, like static. They're not chipping or anything. There's Mr. Varitek. Kind of all the red with the blue background looks nice. Barry Bonds for the Giants and Roberto Hernandez for the Rays. Super Gadgets mentioning TCDV. If any of you happen to be watching and you don't know what that is, that's Trading Card Database, which is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to trade baseball cards today. I used to do everything just through my blog, and while it got the job done, if you were patient, TCDB, if you upload your cards and you upload what you want, you can just basically play matchmaker with somebody else and see how you line up with what they have that you want and what you have that they want. And it's so much faster. So I highly recommend. Unfortunately for me personally, there's not much left out there that I need for my sets. There are few Larkins still floating around, but I've kind of found that there's a lot of people out there that when they know I'm a Larkin collector, I don't know, for a lack of a better word, they'll try to rip me off. And sometimes I don't care because I'd rather just get rid of cards I don't want and make space. But sometimes I just get annoyed. And then the other day I got so annoyed, I just went to eBay and bought the card a guy was trying to trade to me just out of spite. So, I'm not about being petty sometimes. Edgardo Alfonso for the Mets is our gold. We have David Nilsson for the Brewers. And behind him, Troy Gloss, Angels. Jose Rosado for the Royals. Brian Jordan, Braves. And for the Phillies, Marlon Anderson. We still have 2 more boxes after this one tonight. Like I said at the start, if you missed, we're doing 4 boxes tonight, and then we'll have 5 boxes the next 2 Breaker Club nights. So, Brian Giles, gold foil looks pretty good for Pirates cards. We have Peter Bergeron for the Expos, Brett Boone for the Braves, Trot Nixon, Red Sox, Sean Green, Dodgers, and Edgar Martinez for the Mariners. Still a few more packs here. There are a few inserts and whatnot available. There's holographic gold, which are retail only. It'd be cool to get one of those. And then there are a number of other inserts, but none of them are super common. So we'll see what happens. Bernie Williams is our gold. And then we've got Corey Koski for the Twins. Steve Finley, Diamondbacks. Raul Mondesi, Blue Jays. Behind him is Mo Vaughn, Angels. And another Pirate, Chad Hermanson. I don't think the year 2000 was a huge rookie crop year. At least not for this set. There's our Pudge sighting. Golden Pudge, Ivan Rodriguez. Todd Walker, Twins. For the Orioles, Albert Bell. For the White Sox, Jason Delaro. I don't know. I have not heard of him. Or I don't remember the name anyway. Rick Ankiel, much ballyhooed pitcher for the Cardinals. And Kevin Stockton for the Rays. My camera doesn't like the super gloss on these. Okay. We've got another Golden Pirate, Al Martin. And then for the Giants, Livan Hernandez. For the Orioles, Charles Johnson. For the Cubs, Jose Nieves. For the Pirates, again, Brian Giles. And worth noting the team sort of specific color backgrounds. And for the Rangers, Rusty Greer. One more pack of Paramount. I should have paid attention to which one was our bonus pack and see if there's anything different in that. We got A-Rod to start us off as a gold parallel for the Mariners. Guess you can't complain about that. Ron Coomer, Twins. Javi Lopez, Braves. Still a little bit sticking. John Lieber, Cubs. There's A-Rod's regular base card, his silver version. I can hold those up side by side. You can see the gold and silver pretty clearly. And our final card is going to the Rays, Wade Boggs. So that's Paramount. And I made a note to myself to keep the box for Swinko. So I don't think Swinko's in the room right now, but if he watches after the fact, I did make a note, so hopefully I will continue to remember that. Okay. Let's do this one next. So this is 2009 Signature Stars. Hello, Adam. Good to see you. I will admit I knew very little about this set when I bought the box. Mostly saw it was an older set. 2009 being, considered older now when it comes to unopened boxes. And I saw that it had 4 autographs in it, and I thought, why not give it a try? So I like to try to find products that I haven't opened before, both just for me personally, but maybe more importantly, for a Breakers Club. So this fit the bill. As I said at the upfront and on the Discord many times leading up to this, but just to be clear, if we pull a Team USA card, it's going to the non-MLB slot. Even if it's an MLB player, if it just says Team USA, that's what I do. Much like if a guy's traded and it says White Sox on the card, but he's pictured as a red, it would go to the White Sox. So we go by what the card says. That is the only fair way and consistent way to do things. So we may or may not get any Team USA stuff, but I'm assuming we will. And I want to make sure everyone is clear on that before we do this. All right, so there's your empty box. Get that out of the way. And here are all of our packs. So there should be 4 hits in here. So should be fun. All right. I don't even know if I know what the design of this set looks like. So this could be, let's see, the packs don't want to necessarily cooperate. Okay. Well, maybe I have seen this design before. Signature Star, Jason Kubel. I feel like I have seen that. Didn't remember. Maybe I didn't know what it was. Brian Roberts for Baltimore. We have there's a USA right away. Blake Forsyth, national team. Team USA. Just regular insert. We're going to get some dummy cards. Hanley Ramirez for Florida. And for Boston, Billy Wagner. And just so I show the back, fairly standard. We've seen worse from Upper Deck. We've seen better, I suppose, for card backs, but it's not bad. Aaron Rowand, Giants. Khalil Green, St. Louis. Another one of these things. We have a top prospect, Brett Cecil for Toronto. I assume that's a short print, but I could be wrong. Troy Tulowitzki, Colorado, and Josh Beckett for Boston. Again, I count on you guys for my research. All right, next pack. Evan Longoria, Rays. They're thick cardboard junk. Dontrelle Willis for Detroit. Jeff Francoeur, Mets, and John Lester for Boston. So a few decent names in that pack. Chris Duncan, Boston. We've got Delman Young for the Twins. We've got Karsten Whitson, USA star prospect. Not a name I recognize. And then behind our dummy card is Kevin Kuzmanoff for San Diego and Carlos Zambrano for the Cubs. So what do we think of this set? Besides the fact that the pack wrappers are really hard to open. Garrett Anderson, Atlanta. Another one of these. Whoop, our first hit is a USA star prospect. National team. Michael Choice, Upper Deck jersey. I definitely expected that after doing a little research, definitely expected that we'd get some Team USA stuff. So you received a trading card of Michael Choice game used baseball memorabilia. Certified as being used in a baseball game. That's pretty vague. Not the largest jersey bit we've ever seen. And Mr. Michael Choice looks to be about 16 in that photo. But definitely unique. Pretty cool. All right. Tim Lincecum in his heyday. There was a time where it looked like Lincecum was going to have a fantastic career. But unfortunately, didn't quite pan out that way. Mark Teixeira for the Yanks. Ooh, we've got a relic and an auto, a dual. Philip Pfeiffer, Team USA. This is numbered out of 399. Philip Pfeiffer, the 18U national team. Game used. And just the general legal mumbo jumbo. And Miguel Cabrera. So even though that pack had the relic in it, it also had one of those in it. So we just didn't get many base cards. That seems a little cheap, Upper Deck. Alrighty. Matt Holliday, St. Louis. Jay Bruce, Reds. Scott Rowland, Reds. Junk. And behind the junk is Roy Halladay for Toronto and Adam Dunn as a national. I always liked Adam Dunn, the big donkey. Joel Zumaya, Detroit. Carl Crawford, Tampa. More junk. We've got a top prospect, Nolan Remold for Baltimore. Lance Berkman, Houston. And behind him is Brian McCann for the Braves. Yeah, it was a neat card, Matt says. I missed your comment probably. When I'm looking, my monitor is to the right and this that you see here is to my left. So I can't, you gotta look back and forth. And sometimes I get busy opening packs and forget to check out the chat. I have to have my sound off because I get the echo otherwise from the YouTube video. So yeah, that's my excuse. Takashi Saito for Boston. There's Derek Jeter for the Yanks. Ooh, we've got a Nick Blackburn for the Twins. Auto. Going to the Twins. Minnesota. Where are you on my list? Minnesota. Going to Super Gadget. Grab the Twins. And I will say, a nice autograph. Not sure I would have got Nick Blackburn out of it. I can see the Blackburn. The Nick is a little more questionable. I guess I kind of see it. But I like it. It looks good. So, very cool. And, oops, there was one behind that. So I always flip it over just in case they're stuck. Scott Kazmir was trying to hide, and Chris Carpenter for the Cardinals. Okay. About halfway through this one. Adam Lind, Toronto. Nick Swisher, Yankees. We have I guess that's the front. Signed, sealed, and delivered. CC Sabathia. Of a newspaper-esque thing. And that's what the back of that looks like. Cole Hamels, Phillies, and Akinori Iwamura for the Rays. Hey, JC. We're opening a box for the non-baseball slot. Or one that has a couple of non-baseball hits in it. So I'll show those in a second. Josh Johnson, Florida. Alfonso Soriano, Chicago. Kelly Johnson, Braves. Behind our dummy thing is Jeremy Bonderman for Detroit and Aaron Harang for the Reds. So we opened up 2 Team USA hits already. A jersey and then a relic and auto. And that is numbered out of 399. So pretty good. And then if you missed our last one, we just got auto for the Twins. And I'll sleeve all those in a moment. We should still have one more hit in here somewhere. It's supposed to be 4. I'll admit, base design is a little too gray for my taste. So they're okay, but I don't know. Brian Giles, Padres. Ryan Garco, Giants. And then we've got a Signature Skills Grady Sizemore for Cleveland. He was pretty good for a little while. Kevin Youkilis, Boston. Alex Gordon, Kansas City. Yeah, Aaron Harang was a really good pitcher for a number of years on some really bad Reds teams. I think if he had pitched for someone with any talent, for a team with any talent, he would have had a totally different, people would have had a totally different outlook on what a great pitcher he was. He just had no chance for the Reds. Sean Figgins, Angels. Paul Konerko, White Sox. Escobar, Braves. Nick Markakis, Orioles, and Brandon Webb for Arizona. Vernon Wells, Toronto. James Loney, Dodgers. We have a Team USA star prospect, Garen Cicchini. Probably butchered that. Garen Cicchini? That's my guess. All I can do is guess. Ryan Braun, Milwaukee, and Daisuke Matsuzaka for Boston. I like the first day of school when I have all my new students that I don't know. All I can do is guess how to pronounce their names. I have taken on the habit of walking around each desk and just having every student tell me their name. And then I try to write down a pronunciation guide for myself. Seems like a better plan, and hopefully no one gets offended that way. Jim Tomei. Well, Kevin says Cecchini actually made it, he thought. Well, that's cool. That's didn't know how many of the star USA team guys actually made it to the big leagues, or at least to even be drafted in some cases. Jim Tomei, Dodgers. Dan Heron, Arizona. Behind him is Eric Chavez, Oakland. Jake Peavy, White Sox. And Chippa Jones for the Braves. I don't remember Thomas as a Dodger. Where was Thomas as a Dodger? Tomei? Tomei as a Dodger? Oh, yeah, that's what you wrote. I just can't read. Yeah, I can't say that I do either. But there you go. It's in a Dodger uniform, unless it's, Photoshop or something. Johnny Cueto, Reds. Bill Hall, Seattle. Another Team USA, Sean Coyle. Kevin Sloy, Minnesota. Albert Pujols, St. Louis. All right, so Tomei played 17 games as a Dodger. Well, if you do the, what is the, oh my goodness, I've had a long day. The baseball, the little 3x3 grid, immaculate grid. I feel like knowing that Tomei was a Dodger is probably a really helpful thing to know. I'll try to remember that. I am trash at that, I've decided. Yes, immaculate grid. Yeah, if you haven't heard of immaculate grid, give that a quick Google and we're done with this. If you're a baseball fan, it's pretty fun. I'm not good at it a lot of time. I'm good at the stat ones. I'm really bad at the ones where you have to know like who played for the Cubs and the Rays or something. So, all right, we got info on Cecchini. He had about 80 at bats spread across 2 seasons. Okay. Hey, better than the rest of us, right? He made the big leagues. Good for him. Rich Harden, Chicago. Carlos Gomez, Minnesota. Miguel Tejada, Houston. Curtis Granderson, Detroit. And Dustin Pedroia, Boston. And you guys, first 9 for 9 about a week ago. That's awesome. It is not easy to do unless you're a true, I don't know. I was going to say a true baseball historian, but even then, it can still be hard. It's easier with certain categories, I find. Like Cy Youngs and MVPs, I'm much better with than knowing random Rays and, guys that played for the Rays and Royals or something. I'm less good at that. Tim Hudson, Braves. Kerry Wood for Cleveland. Now, see, I don't remember Kerry Wood pitching for Cleveland. So I'm learning a lot from this box. We have a top prospect, Alex Avila. He made it to the big leagues for Detroit. Brandon Phillips for the Reds and Roy Oswalt for Houston. 2 packs left. Ben Zobrist for Cubs and Rays. Yeah. My I when I'm trying to think of it on the spot, I feel like I have a very narrow window of like my brain will rifle through guys on like 1991 Fleer cards that are just like burned into my brain. But that doesn't really help when I have to match someone for the Rays because there were no Rays in 1991. So it is what it is. Derek Lowe, Braves. Behind him is another Team USA jersey. This is Tony Wolters. Nice red jersey this time. So another Team USA hit. And Jared Weaver for the Angels. So we knew there was going to be some Team USA stuff. The autograph checklist, I did look for this set, does have a number of pretty good names on it, but it was heavily tilted towards the Team USA stuff. Adrian Gonzalez. Wait, we've got news about Tony Wolters. He was a Rocky and just announced his retirement? Really? I don't even remember. I mean, that name rings no bells to me. Maybe I need my brain checked. Melvin Mora, Baltimore. We've got another Team USA, Matt Newman. And then our final junk card. And behind that, our last two cards, Jingming Wang for the Yanks and Torrey Hunter rounds it out for LA. So there you go. It's not a terrible base set, but I don't know. This was the era of like Upper Deck mailing it in. And I think by and large, this was mailed in. I guess the Team USA stuff did require a little bit of work on their part, maybe, but not the finest effort. That's all I'm saying. Let me sleeve these hits real quick, and then we're going to move on to our final box for tonight, which is Donruss Optic. All right, I will recap the hits here. So lots of Team USA stuff. So we'll start with the two jerseys. And then we had the numbered out of 399 jersey auto, which was cool. And for the Twins, Nick Blackburn auto. So Walters was a catcher. And Andy Schaefer wants to know, did he have a dad or brother playing the bigs? Now we're really in the weeds on trivia here. So I am officially out of having any clue. We're talking like, was he a backup catcher, Adam? Tell me he wasn't their main catcher. And I'll just feel real bad that I just don't recognize that name at all. Let me get these out of here. Big stack of. I actually like getting these. I'm happy to have a big pile again because they're very useful when I ship everybody's cards to pack things nice and tight. And I was basically out, so I won't complain. All right, so this is, well, that was the bottom of the box. This is our final box for tonight, 2021 Donruss Optic, and it should have two more autos. So we'll see what happens here. And then we have 10 more boxes split across the next two nights. And hopefully that'll be the next two Tuesdays. Kevin misheard the name and thought Tony Womack. Tony Womack I have heard of at least, so. But yes, Walters and Womack, I can see that. All right, so I got the packs out. There's a cardboard thing in here. There's nothing underneath it. So, I just gave myself a paper cut on that cardboard box. That's kind of smart when I do the dishes next time. Okay, so here we go. We'll start here. 4 cards per pack, so it's going to take me longer to open the packs probably than it will to... Oh, that will open nice and quick. Never mind. Scratch what I was about to say. JT Realmuto. We got the shine back. I'll try to catch him in the light here. For the Phillies, we have a very shiny Max Meyer. Kind of a refractory type thing here. Prism. And then behind that is a... Well, I don't know what design that would be, but it's cool. Really shows nice in the light. Bryce Harper. That is numbered out of 33 out of 35. Look at that. So that's a nice hit for the Phillies. Phillies. Herco Jerko. I don't think is in the room right now, but undoubtedly will be happy with that card. That is pretty sweet. I don't know what they call that parallel, but I really like how it looks in the light. To my eye, on the camera, it looks more blue, but to me, it looks more like a teal color in person. So that's cool. And for Washington, Unleashed Juan Soto. All right, so we got Tony Walters trivia. You got the game-winning RBI in the 2018 NL wildcard game against the Cubs. Hey, you know what? You hang your hat on that right there. Nothing to be ashamed of. Whit Merrifield, Diamond King for the Royals. We have a Dylan Carlson, the Rookies Prism. There's just so much shiny in this. Clark Schmidt, rated rookie for the Yanks. This one is also numbered. Should pull the numbered cards out. The rest can go in a pile. This one is 94 out of 199. And we have a lights out Pedro Martinez for Boston. I admit I am a fan of Optic. It's Topps Chrome, but for Panini, except I think Panini is way more creative with their parallels and their colors than Topps is. So I kind of like the wide variety. They're not all hits. I will admit they try some things that fall flat, but by and large, I think I actually prefer this brand over Chrome. Obviously, we need the team logos, but if you can ignore that. Rafael Devers for Boston. Ian Anderson, Braves. And we have a very shiny pink bordered crazy thing. This is numbered 187 out of 249 for the Brewers. Milwaukee on the board. B-So-Man, Ben. Ben's a longtime friend of the blog. Very nice. Keston Hiura for the Brewers. And, oh boy, Yolki Cespedes? I don't think I probably said his name correctly, but going to Chicago. All right, Adam's got answers all over the place today. Adam says that is a pink velocity parallel. I do question Dunners's use of some of the math terms, but I'll let it slide because it's a cool looking card. Edward Olivares for Kansas City. Kyber Ruiz for LA. We have a, I don't know, Liberty parallel maybe? I think that these are the Liberties. It is numbered 66 out of 76, which would make sense for Liberty, 1776 being a thing. Also for the Brewers, Christian Yelich. Trying to get a view on it. See, there's my camera in the back on the shine. Spira of 76. Okay. Well, I was in the ballpark. Jose Abreu, T-. That's kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen one of those before. So again, not many cards in a pack, but so far every pack pretty much has been interesting. We got an Albert Pujols for the Angels. For the Mets, Pete Alonso. We have a gold Josh Donaldson for Minnesota, number 31 out of 125. Again, the parallels you instantly know. And Manny Machado, mythical for San Diego. I'm getting a lot of colored stuff out of this, which is the point. And I like that they're not super stingy with it. Unlike Chrome lately. Luis Castillo for the Reds. Ooh, we've got a very nice Mike Trout for the Angels, Diamond King. We have Rafael Marchand for the Phillies, numbered 131 out of 199. Red, white, and blues. And another T-. Jim Thome for Cleveland. So we had a wide range of products tonight, which is kind of fun. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I like the variety. Alex Manoah for Toronto. Alex Kirilloff for the Twins. And we've got a pink velocity parallel, I have now learned. Mookie Betts for the Dodgers, numbered 207 out of 249. It's very nice and shiny. I enjoy those. They look good in the light. And a mythical Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox. So I appreciate those of you doing research for me. I think Adam just gave me a sarcastic thumbs up, but hey, I'll take it. Clayton Kershaw, Dodgers. We've got a Prism mythical parallel, Ronald Acuna Jr. I don't need parallels of inserts. I will say that. We've got a, I'm just going to go on a limb and guess, blue velocity. Kyle Tucker for Houston, numbered 91 out of 99. So if you like serially numbered stuff, you're in the right spot tonight. Clayton Kershaw lights out. Kevin says, variety's cool. Same things you're not familiar with. Hey, you and me both. I should know more of this because Larkin is in some of the optic years, and I try to collect his parallels. I think he's in this set, if I remember right. I think I have some of his parallels, in fact, but I can't keep them straight in my head. Anthony Santander for the Orioles. Santander? Never remember. Ketel Marte, Diamondbacks. We got another gold. Daniel Johnson for Cleveland, numbered 87 out of 125. And Drew Walters for the Braves. Teal velocity was the earlier one. Is that what? Yeah, out of 35. That was the Bryce Harper. That's why I said, to me, it looks teal in hand. It looks kind of blue on my monitor makes it look blue, but yeah, that one's sweet. And nice that we got a good player out of it, too. Bo Bichette, Toronto. Ketel Marte, Prism, parallel. We have a black Casey Mize for Detroit. And this is probably numbered. It is numbered 123 out of 149. Casey Mize. It's black, but it's got like little, you can kind of see there's like little stars or something in the background there. So that's kind of cool. It's not just a black border. And our Unleashed Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers. Yeah, Panini parallels are tough. Yeah, you need the print run. Yes. There's it was in last year's Panini Donruss, or maybe it was 2 years ago now. Time flies. There was an insert set called Dominators, and Larkin had a card in it, and there's a bunch of parallels of the insert, and a bunch of them are not serially numbered, and so they are a nightmare to figure out. At least for me. Yu Darvish, San Diego. Tucker Davidson, Atlanta. We got a Yadi Molina, red, white, and blue. This one will be numbered. It is 196 out of 199. Try to cover the light up a little bit. There we go. 196 out of 199. Yadi. And Brandon Lowe for the Rays, or Lau. You guys always tell me, and then I remember for like a week, and then I forget. Okay. Still no, should have 2 autographs. We got a Kohei Arihara for Texas. We have a lights out refractor or prism, I guess they call it. Shane Bieber. We've got another pink velocity parallel, Garrett Crochet for Chicago, numbered 72 out of 249. Chicago. They're pretty cards. And a Bryce Harper, T-. Francisco Lindor for the Mets. We have an Aaron Judge Diamond King. We've got a Spirit of 76. A second one. Wasn't expecting 2 of those in a box. Numbered 8 out of 76. Jake Cronenworth for the Padres. And Jason Dominguez, rated rookie for the Yanks. That was worth a pretty penny for a while there. Not sure that his cards are still worth what they were going for. Tristan McKenzie, Cleveland. We got Luis Patino, Prism. We've got a gold Daniel Johnson for Cleveland. This should be numbered. It is 82 out of 125. And we've got the rookies, Alec Boehm for the Phillies. Next pack. For the Reds, Joey Votto. We have numbered 33 out of 50. Our first auto of the box, rated rookie Spencer Howard, black parallel. So if you're going to pull one, you might as well pull an auto out of 50, right? For the Phillies. Herco Jerko again. Going to you. Very nice. Let's leave that in a second. Also for the Phillies, a red parallel, JT Realmuto. That is numbered 18 out of 60. Reds are out of 60. And lights out Tom Seaver for the Mets. Let me sleeve Mr. Spencer Howard real quick, since he's a pretty low numbered auto. All right, so Adam says the cards I'm calling golds are actually orange. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, fine. They're a shiny orange, which is gold, right? Panini. Super Gadget. Panini doesn't even know their colors. I agree. Yeah, and the lights outs are pretty neat looking. Kind of retro. Almost you could say maybe inspiration for the 2024 Topps base flagship design with the neon thing going on. I mean, it's different, but it could be inspiration. All right, we got a couple more packs. Let's get through there. We got Trey Turner for Washington, Max Scherzer also for Washington. Another one of these red, white, and blue things. Cody Bellinger, numbered 158 out of 199. And Adley Rutschman, rated prospect for the Orioles. That's a nice one. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more packs tonight. William Contreras for the Braves. Kenta Maeda for the Twins. We have, I'm not even going to begin to guess what. This is a Pete Alonso Velocity. I'm going to say pink Velocity, but I could be wrong. Numbered 186 out of 249. Are the pinks out of 249? The background's pink. That's my guess. The border is purple, but the border is always purple on the Diamond Kings, I think. So, and another lights out. Garrett Cole for the Yanks. 3 packs left. All right. Yachty making another appearance for the Cardinals. Evan White for the Mariners. We have a blue Matt Chapman for Oakland, numbered 20 out of 75. 20 out of 75, Matt Chapman. Kevin said nice, but I'm pretty sure he's talking about the Alonso and not the Matt Chapman, if I had to guess. A little delay on my end between when I open the pack and when you guys get to see it. And Bo Bichette. Yeah, the Boris. I mean, I get why the ball players like him because he makes them a lot of money, but I don't think fans probably think very highly of him. Really, yeah, I'm with you on that one. I wish that Alonso could just be a lifelong man. I think we need more lifelong guys playing for one team. That's how baseball used to be, and I feel like it gives you more of a rooting interest. It's got to be hard to, I often think about with my son watching and he's like, is so-and-so good and his favorite player. And then all of a sudden he's traded like 3 times. So I don't know. I guess it's a minor thing, but that's how you become a lifelong fan. Yeah. I mean, all teams should have players that just are on their their team. But it's a business. They don't care about the fans. Carlos Correa, Houston, as long as the fans are paying money, I guess. We got a T- Sammy Sosa. This appears to be a prism. Yep. And then we've got another black Corbin Burns for the Brewers, numbered. I can't see that in the light. 81. Yes, 81 out of 149. Get the light just right to make sure it wasn't 1 out of. Well, that's an 8 in the middle. And Joe Adell, the rookies. And we got 1 pack left, which hopefully holds our second autograph because we're supposed to get 2 in a box. All right. Well, there's something colored in this pack at least. Tyler Glasnow for the Rays. And behind him is our second auto, Ian Anderson. This is not serially numbered. For the Braves, RS87. Rookie stars? I don't know. Rookie signatures? I don't really say anything on there, but it's going to the Braves. Ian Anderson. Going to Shway Fumbler. Speaking of TCDB, that's where I got Shway Fumbler to claim the Braves. So congrats to you. And we have, okay, we've got Hyun-Jin Ryu for Toronto. Now, to me, this looks more gold. This is numbered 6 out of 10. What a pack for Toronto. Going to JC645 out of 10. I'm guessing this is gold, whereas the other one was orange that looked gold. And our final card for tonight is Nick Gonzalez for Pittsburgh, rated prospect. So I enjoyed this box. And look at, well, first of all, let's just pull an orange one out. So we were given Panini grief. Here's what I believe is now gold and orange. And I don't know. I guess when you have them side by side, that this certainly looks more orange than the one in the back. But to me, that's more yellow, but whatever. All right. Adam does say, he confirms it is gold. So yeah, very nice. So we ended up with the 2 autos, the Ian Anderson, which I need to sleeve, and then the Spencer Howard Howard was out of 50. So that's pretty sweet. And then we had all of these are serially numbered as well out of varying values, 199, 249, 76, etc., all the way down to the gold one that we just pulled, which was whatever I just said, out of 10. So very fun box. I enjoyed that one. Optic is tough to find for a reasonable price, and I guess I know why. Yeah, it was pretty much 1 per pack. Maybe it was 1 per pack serially numbered. I guess I didn't keep enough track of that. But certainly close if it wasn't 1 per pack. And yeah, I'd say, and then I didn't even pull out all the prisms in here. So there's a bunch of, their version of the refractor, like this Maeda. So you like shiny, this is a good place to be. Nice variety, fun stuff. Yeah, I give that one high marks. Maybe I will do a box review sometime next week, and I might set this box aside. I feel like it might be a fun one to do. That being said, with how swamped I am, don't hold your breath for that, because may not happen this week or even next week, but I'll try. All right. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. It was a lot of fun. Thanks to those of you that helped with the trivia and the answering of questions and the figuring out what the heck the parallels were called. Much appreciated. Love it when everyone hangs out. Do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps get the channel noticed. YouTube always makes a big deal about number of subscribers, so I would appreciate that. The more we get it out there, the quicker we can sell out group breaks, and the better for everybody, because if I can sell them out, then we get more boxes in. So Much appreciate everybody. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go do some lessons. Yes, I'll see you next week. Good night.